Hi everybody, it's Leah. I am back with another process video. This is my son at his very first baseball game. He's been begging me for a while. He keeps saying, "Mom, could you please scrapbook some of my baseball stuff?" So I finally did, and I picked out papers from the no, it's not Hey Boy. Although I did have embellishments from Hey Boy. It's Crate Paper Boys Rule. I love this collection so much. I bought two of the 12 by 12s and one of the 6 by 6 papers. I really just love this paper. But today I'm exclusively going to use the 12 by 12 paper. I am using cutouts from the paper, and I'm also going to use, like I said before, some embellishments. Really just one embellishment from the Hey Boy collection and a paper house embellishment as well. So I layered the paper in this blue. I layered it first in the blue paper, and then I'm going to use this other lighter color so I could have a little bit of dark just to make the picture pop, a light, and then I'm going to put it on that circle paper, which reminded me of baseball, the way it was set up. So I was like, oh, it's perfect. And then I loved the circular paper for the background. It's so cool because it looks like writing paper but in circles, and it just echoed that baseball centric look that I was going for. I love this collection so much. I really, really do. I think it's great if you're looking for very masculine papers. It really has some, not just like manly looking papers with the distressing, but also some really fun papers that are very boyish and kind of like summer fun, boys get in trouble kind of stuff. I don't know how else to describe it, but I really loved the paper. Yeah, so I'm kind of proud of myself because I scrapbooked this really fast. I think probably because I had in mind what I wanted this layout to look like when I took the picture and I saw the picture about a month ago, so, or maybe 2 months ago. So yeah, so now I decided to put the picture at the bottom left-hand corner there, just so it looks like he's looking out towards the up and out across the paper, along with the circles, so it kind of radiates out from his helmet and his eyes out onto the paper. So I start trying to use my bone folder to distress the edges of that paper, and eventually I give up and I use my hands. And here I'm crumpling the ball paper because I'm going to add more. The paper's already very distressed, but I wanted to add more, and that's Tim Holtz Tea-Dye Distress ink. And I wanted to have just like a little like notches and stuff for the ink to kind of get into. And so what I'm using one of my trusty foam insulation distressors, my homemade distressors. There you can actually see me making one. I don't think I've ever posted like in a video making one before. But if I have, that's what it looks like. Again, I guess. Yeah, you know me. Use what you got, right? Okay. So I've been using tear tape, which I'm actually starting to like more than the ATG gun, I think. I don't know. I'm trying to decide whether I want to try and fix my ATG gun or just keep using this tear tape. All right. So what I'm going to do in order to get these clear Boys Rule, they're like plastic letters, like marquee letters. And what I decided was to put the tape down underneath the picture. And then what you can't see on the paper is, aside from just the circular writing pages on the page, the spaces for writing, there's a grid. So I line the tape up with a grid line, and then as I go, I'm looking, and I put something to hold up my layered part of my picture. I'm very carefully just putting just a little edge of that letter onto the tape. And then I'm going to go back, and once I'm done and everything's where I want it, I'm going to press down the top of my paper so it covers and adheres to the tape and then keeps my letters safe with that. And this way you don't see the adhesive behind the letters because they are clear. Now I'm just looking through the pieces that I cut out from the paper collection. That one says, "Go Get 'em, Tiger." There's another one that says, "Play Hard," and another one that says, "Awesome," and that's going to end up down at the bottom. That glove is from the Hey Boy collection, and I love it. I've been holding on to it and waiting. I have other stuff from that collection too, but also these foam paper house embellishments. I'm holding on to them for when I do his actual like uniformed picture, which he still hasn't taken. He wanted me to take it for him instead of getting the pro picture done, but we haven't gotten out yet, but once I get back from vacation, we're going to go do a little photo shoot. So I'm just using, even though it's a sticker, it doesn't stick so perfectly. So just around the edge, I added a little bit of my scrapbooker's glue. And again, I'm using my tape, and I always burnish that tape. I find that it just makes me feel more confident that it's going to stick better. What is that? I have no idea what that was. I probably didn't use it because I don't see it on the paper. These are American Crafts Everyday Set number 2. They're these little tile letters. I'm using the numbers for the date, and then once I get them on, I'm like, oh, the 5 on the date is hanging off the edge, so I think I'm going to cut it. And then after I cut it, I realize I'd rather just have it hang off the edge, because then it just looks funny. I mean, you'll see. And oh my gosh, what a bane. They started coming off that wax paper, and they were just like impossible to get back in the packages. So yeah, you can see me now. I tear it off, and I have to go back into that package. Mess. And then put that back together. That cutout little day, month, year thing, that was in that in the Hey Boy collection? Or no, it was a cutout from the paper. It was a cutout, and I cut it out because I saw it and I was like, oh, that's great. And I thought I'd stamp it, but my stamper doesn't do day, month, year. It does month, day, year. So I'm gonna have to pick up that Chamel date stamp, because hers does that. Okay, so here I'm just using an embellishment from the Hey Boy collection. It's a Brad. It was separate in a separate collection of just Brads for that. And it's a baseball, and it says authentic. And I used my 1/8 hole puncher just to make sure I could get through all the layers of my layout. So now I'm just gluing down this last embellishment. And that's, again, from the Paper House collection. It's just a baseball. It says play ball. It's really cute. And once I get this the date down, it helps to guide me on where I would like to write my journaling. And I knew I wanted to journal around the circle. I just wasn't certain if I wanted to use the spacing the way they offered it, how you would traditionally write on this lined paper with the little, airplane lines, I guess is what they call them in school. But I decided to keep it close and just write between it. You'll see when you see the close-up. You'll understand. Okay, it says, even though you seemed confused about the game and how to play during practice, you looked like a pro at that first game. You hit the ball at each at-bat on the first pitch. And he really did. It was really, I think he even surprised his coach, because they were all like, whoa. It shocked me, because I didn't think he was going to be very good. I'm not going to lie. And my husband's like, no, you got to see him play. He's really good. My dad's like, no, he's really good, Leah. So he really impressed me. All right. So here are the close-ups. I hope you like this layout, and thanks so much for watching. And this will be my last layout that I'll share until I get back from vacation. But when I get back, I'm going to definitely do some layouts from my trip, and also some stuff that we did at the beach the other day. All right. Well, thanks again for watching. You have a great day. Bye.